Hey guys, it's Marjorie Phoenix. The end of a long day. Wow, I look as tired as I am. I'm periscoping from my bed. I don't usually do this, so you know. If I'm in bed, welcoming you all into my bedroom, then you know I'm tired. Hey Mark, thanks for joining. So I just got back. It's been a long day. It has been a long day. I just got back from a networking gig, which was a lot of fun. Really great people. I love when I go to a networking event and it's worthwhile. A lot of great people there. I made some really good connections. Met a friend in person. We were friends on Facebook and met them in person at this networking thing. So that was cool. And she actually was speaking there. And I'm so glad that she did because her subject was on, well, she talked about some different things, focus, defining your clarity, that sort of thing. But she really talked about how it was okay to be selfish. And it's so funny because, you know, that's been on my mind today. I was actually going to scope earlier today and I didn't have time running out of the house. And so I decided, you know what, I'm going to come home, I'm going to do this scope and share this because I think that, you know, a lot of times when we hear selfish, we have you know, some negative vibes about it. And it can be, you know, when people are selfish and it's hurting others, it can be very negative. But I want you to know that it's okay to be selfish sometimes in some cases when you need to really protect your space, when you need to protect your boundaries, when you need to keep your space sacred. You know, I've been talking a lot about this, and that's why I love that subject. I was like, well, it falls right into what I've been talking about since last week with self-love and self-care. And, you know, and holding your space sacred and being able to put boundaries up to protect yourself. You know, and for me, and for those of you that know me and know my story, and, you know, my work with domestic abuse victims, you know, that's something that has to be learned. And so, you know, you want to be able to have a shield around you at times. And it may look selfish to people, but you're doing this for you. It's a part of that self-love and self-care and the growth that you're going through. You know, a lot of us, we wear many different hats. You know, we have many different roles and we're answering to many different people. And many times other people are a priority. And, you know, there comes a time when you need to say no, when you need to know how to say no. Let your no really be no, and your yes really be yes if you want to do something. And, you know, for me, I'll share a quick story with you. I had someone that connected with me here on Periscope, and she resonated with me right away. And she reached out to me and she wanted to have a consultation with me. She thought that I could help her. And we talked and we had a really great connection. And I did help her. And what happened was she would call. She wouldn't commit to letting me help her. But she would call maybe once a month. And we would talk. And I would help her. And then finally, you know, on the fourth conversation, you know, I say to her, now mind you, she's someone that wants to do healing work. She's someone that wants to serve. And for healers, you also have to go through your healing process as well. And so with my commitment to myself and my commitment to her, I wanted her to be able to commit to herself as well. So I said to her, you must trust my opinion. And she says, well, yes. And I say, so you value my opinion to help you with your problem? Do you value my time? She says, yes, I value your time. I said, okay, then why don't you commit to having me work with you the way I should? And I knew at that point in saying those words that either two things was going to happen. She was going to commit or she was going to run away. And she did. She ran away. I never heard from her again. And that sort of hurt me because I liked her as a person and I wanted to help her. But I knew the best way to help her was that I had to be selfish in some way. Hey there, how are you? Thanks for joining. I had to be selfish in some way, but I had to also show her that, if you want people to commit to what you're offering to heal them, you have to be able to commit for yourself, to yourself in that healing process. And so this is all a part of the journey. And, I don't know how she feels now because she hasn't responded and I haven't heard from her again. But what I want to say to you is sometimes we have to speak our truth like that. And sometimes we have to say things that may seem selfish in some way. But you have to know what the boundaries are for yourself. You have to know what's the truth for you and be able to speak it and be able to live it out no matter what the response is going to be from anyone. So it's okay to be selfish. I'm going to continue to be selfish because it's going to lift me up in the process. But I'm never going to do it in a way that's going to harm someone else, anything that's going to make anyone feel less than in any way. So think about that as you're walking in self-love, as you're practicing self-love and self-care and self-acceptance and self-expression, all of those self things. It's good. It's all right to do that. That has been my commitment for this year. I am committed to self-expression. And so that means speaking my truth. And not everyone wants to hear it. And those that don't want to hear it, then fine. But I know there are some that want to hear it. Thank you. So listen, it has been a long day. And so I've given you all that I have left for the day. And hopefully I'll be back tomorrow to share with you again. Thank you for coming on. Sleep well as well. And namaste, God bless, and go out and change the world. Okay? Bye-bye.